Hi, welcome viewers. I am Ramakrishnan from BRK-SOFT in partnership with NSDC, Government of India. We are now going to talk about verticals in finance. Finance is a huge ocean. Right from a 10,000 rupees salary handling in a middle class family to handling say 10,000 crores in a large corporate is finance. The economies of scale are different. Now, how do we capsule the finance into a small portion? Finance has 4 verticals. The first vertical is corporate finance. So, how do we measure these verticals? Let's take a fresh MBA. Where can they go for jobs? One, they can join companies in their corporate finance team, or they can get into banks and insurance, NBFCs, etc., or service industries like consulting. The third, they can get into venture fund, mutual funds, private equity funds in their equity research, and lastly, they can get into valuation and M&As. Valuation and M&As. Now, this is a very huge market. Let's take corporate finance. Now, you will find that there is a huge gap for skilled people in finance in corporate world. I run a company called Corporate Clinic, where we also, as one of the divisions, do debt and equity syndication. Why should a company come to us? Or why should a company go to a consultant? Why should a company go to an auditor for raising funds? That is because they do not have their in-house skill set. So, BRK-SOFT has identified this, and as a CSR activity have taken initiative to teach debt syndication, equity syndication, capital structuring, financial reengineering, and M&As and HIVOFs. Now, what is going to be the methodology of teaching? The teaching methodology for this will be as simple as this. There will be no laptops used. It will be a simple annual report of a company and a few pages for you to write or take down notes. In the class, the first few sessions, we will do a simple financial analysis, ratio analysis to be precise. Now, you can all think that ratio analysis is as simple, every books teach it. Yes, books does teach all this. But what is the difference that we are going to offer? Now, books does not talk about few ratios. For example, current ratio, which everybody knows, is current asset by current liability. The book says the minimum stipulated current ratio for a strong company is 2:1. But in practice, for example, in banks, it is enough if you have 1.33:1. Now, don't you feel there is a big gap between what you are learning and what you are actually required to do in the job? So, we teach all these methodologies. For example, there is a ratio called TOL TNW, which is supposed to be heart of all ratios. When you talk to the banker and find out if I can raise funds for this particular company, you will find the first question he will ask you is, what is TOL TNW? If you do not know this, you will fumble, and I am sure freshers will not know this, because this ratio does not find place in any of the textbooks prescribed. So, like this, there are a lot of products which we are going to talk about, the ratios which we are going to talk about for fundraising techniques. Okay. Now, after financials, maybe some few practitioners will be able to teach you, but beyond this goes BRK-SOFT's skill set development. After ratio analysis, we will tell you how to measure strength and weakness of a company. Okay. We have measured strength and weakness of a company. Then how to make it strong, further strong if it is already strong, and how to make a weak company with a stronger financial position. which means that you need to do financial reengineering and capital structuring. So how do you do that? After this, we will teach you eligibility. Now there are empty number of financial products available in the company, in the Indian markets. But how do you raise all this? So you calculate the eligibility of these companies, a financial annual report, and then suggest products to the management in terms of the structuring. Now, how do you do a financial reengineering? Financial reengineering and capital structuring are different. Now, capital structuring is fundamentally product raising. Financial reengineering is making a company stronger with innovative financial products. After this, we will teach you treasury management. We will take the annual report and see how they have managed their financials in the last 1 or 2 financial years. And then we will also help you in drawing up project reports, in drawing up projected financial statements, in drawing up valuations through NPV and IRR techniques of the companies after we do the projections, and we also teach you the operating cycle. Now, working capital has become a core part of almost all companies, including products and services. So how do you manage working capital? So this is the key for all companies' operations, and we will also help you in improving EBITDA of a company. EBITDA is basically a gross profit, where after meeting all their expenses, working capital expenses, the balance will be used for paying interests, paying dividends and repayments of debts.